but
I don't know if I want to swim with them.
nah, I'm good.
Sorry.
I'm all right. All right. Looking out at Florida and elsewhere in the tropics, thankfully nothing going on usually in July, and we have had a slower, or at least fairly quiet average start to the season. Typically in July, we don't start yet looking way out into the Atlantic. Typically early on, we tend to look a little closer to home, and more often than not, right along the East Coast or in the Gulf. Now, thankfully, over the next 7 days, we are not expecting any development. However, there's a product that I frequently show from the Climate Prediction Center that does kind of longer range forecast, and they are highlighting the Gulf of Mexico for a less than 20% chance of development, so a low end chance at the moment, at the range from between July 16th and the 22nd. So still plenty of time to watch it. This even goes beyond what the more accurate forecast models look at, but these kind of look at climatological models, and it wouldn't be a big surprise if something were to try and brew in the Gulf in that time, because we're getting closer and closer to the more active part of the season. Know that right now there is nothing there, just something to highlight and something we'll be watching closely over the next couple of weeks. We've got time to watch it. High pressure, or now mostly sunny skies as our rainfall has moved out of the area. 87 is our current reading, 96 is our current heat index, and temperature is not terrible because we did get the clouds and rainfall earlier in the day, and it helped to knock a lot of high temperatures down. We were at 91 degrees, which is our normal for this time of year, at 10 o'clock in the morning. Then our low for the day was before noon. Basically, the rainfall kept our temperatures right at average. Now, we did get a good soaking at Kenner, almost 9/10 of an inch of rain. Now, almost all of that cloud cover associated with thunderstorms gone, and we are dry on radar now. Can't rule out a little stray sprinkle that pops up, or even an isolated thunderstorm here and there, but otherwise any of the more organized storm chances done for the rest of the night. More scattered thunderstorms are going to be with us for the next couple of days, and like we saw today, brief isolated downpours where it could warrant maybe some flood threats or a flood warning, but that is not going to be a widespread concern. We are still trending drier and hotter for this weekend, and as I mentioned, we are going to stay quiet out in the tropics for at least the next 7 days. Here's an upper disturbance that kept our rain coverage yesterday higher and today. Now, this feature, along with an upper trough, you can kind of watch the motion here on water vapor starting to deepen across the plains. These two features, I think, will keep the instability around and keep our rain chances on the higher side for the next couple of days. Kind of like today. It's by far from being a washout, but definitely a better chance to see some rainfall, or if nothing else, some rumbles of thunder off in the distance. That, though, comes to an end by Friday and especially the weekend as this upper high starts building in. That keeps any instability, and again, the instability just would lead to better rain chances, kind of moving up and away from us this weekend and going into early next week. So I do think we will start to see more of a drying trend with our rain chances hovering kind of like today, 50, maybe even 60%, started to taper off on Friday, and then much drier as we head into the weekend and early next week. Still some thunderstorms around the area, but for us, just about done with for the rest of the night tonight. Again, can't rule out a little stray sprinkle or even an isolated thunderstorm briefly firing up. Tomorrow morning, a dry start, 9-10 a.m. is when we'll likely start to see some development, and then certainly throughout the afternoon and early evening with the hit or miss type shower and thunderstorms, and also the possibility of an isolated heavy downpour. A lot of ample moisture to work with, so getting those efficient rainmakers is not a big surprise. Pretty typical for the summertime. High temperatures are in the lower 90s, but underneath the showers, temperatures can get knocked down into the 70s. We'll see fewer showers heading into the weekend, and that means high temperatures kind of going unchecked. And underneath that upper high, I think more likely more mid to upper 90s.